bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
You want to begin to take some chances. You want to begin to challenge yourself and make it okay to fail and learn from your failure. Don't allow fear, failure, and the allure, the attractiveness of playing it safe in life to draw you in. You can't get out of life alive. You got to die to leave here. You got to become a risk taker. Write that down. Most people won't do that. See, most people low life living, low risk living. This God said, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. Success isn't a straight line. It's a maze. And when you think you figure that maze out, you hit a wall. And you got to turn the around, start again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something
in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them. What happens if they don't? Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, in uncomfortable scenarios, okay? If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. Let's say it again. If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. As a man, you have to understand that we as men, we do better in environments where we are uncomfortable, okay? You put pressure on a rock, it turns into a diamond. You being in uncomfortable situations will bring the best out of you.
Yeah, I like it, man. What I like about it is I'm doing something I don't want to do. Every time I start doing things I don't want to do, I grow.
Yes. That's a lesson that people need to hear and learn.
You gotta go for it, guys. You gotta say, you know what? This comfort zone I'm in is a danger zone. It's a danger zone because what is it doing? It's stopping you from your true potential. It's comfortable. I don't want to step out here because I don't know that area. Well, that area is going to give you gotta risk it, right? And the reward is huge. You guys gotta risk it, man. Don't let anyone say you can't do something. Don't let your mind say, oh, I can't do it anymore. It's your body. You can. You just gotta push past it. You look at society and what the normality, the average people are saying, oh, that's too much. It's too much. Too much for them, man. Not too much for you. So go for it, man. At the end of my life, my tombstone, one thing it'll have on it: no regrets. That's a good life, man. You only got one life. Why not go for it, right?
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
It wouldn't kill you to try. Spending a long time getting a life you would actually want is about 1,000,000 times better than getting a quick turnaround time on a life that you'll forever be disappointed with. Playing it safe seems just fine until you get to the last moments of your life and realize all the potential that you threw away and can never get back. And I will never know from experience what that feels like, but the thought of that realization is haunting.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith. I'll tell you one thing. If you want to be great, you want to be badass, man.
Look at those rings and you look at those championship moments that you had, you realize that all that sacrifice and all that commitment really paid off.
But it really all starts with who you are. I always tell our players, who you are is more important than what you do. How high you jump, how fast you run, because who you are is your character. And your character is an accumulation of your thoughts, your habits, and your priorities on a day-to-day basis. Because those three things determine the choices you make. And the choices you make you who you are. Good guy, bad guy, hard-working, lazy, responsible, irresponsible. And it takes a certain amount of discipline to do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done.
They see I don't party, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and they see that, they're like, oh, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go have fun. But I'm having fun, and I try to tell them, like, don't let me affect what you do. I'll be good regardless, but I'm comfortable who I am.
Sometimes you give your best, and you don't always come out ahead. And sometimes you do everything you can to win, and you lose. I think part of the maturity as you grow older, you realize that when you wake up the next day after a loss, man, it hurts, but the sun comes up. And when you win, man, it's exciting, but you know what? The sun comes up. You know what the next greatest win in your life is? The next one. And just because you did it once, there's no certainty to anything in life. It doesn't mean you're going to win it again, or a championship, or get a promotion. You actually have to work for it, and you have to earn it. There's nothing that's easy. There's nothing that's given. They don't hand you a championship belt. They don't hand you a championship ring. You got to earn it.
So you're always trying to come up with reasons that you don't have to do it today. But if you're building the muscle either way. You're either building the muscle that says, I do what I say, I keep the commitment that I make, or you're building the muscle that says, I make excuses, I don't do what I say, I can't be counted on, right? And so when we think about discipline, it's really about what promises are you going to keep. And the tricky thing is you're keeping promises to yourself that nobody even knows that you made, right? It's not like, hey, you made this